why do we sleep and how much sleep do we actually need? So there are basically 4 reasons why we sleep. Reason number 1 is the body requires some maintenance, natural maintenance. Okay, you know, if you leave your house empty and you go travel for a week and you come back to your house and it's dusty, right? It's got dust. Maybe there you see some dead cockroach there or something. Your cockroaches. So you know it's needs some cleaning. If even if it's just hanging out there doing nothing and you're not doing anything in there, you come back a week and nobody has been in there or anything, but still it needs some maintenance. Your body, your house, in this physical experience, in this dimension, in this density, in this earth experience, is the same way. It's just there's some basic maintenance that needs to be done, some basic cleaning. You know, your cells, they poop, the poop needs to be cleaned, you know, cellular waste, etc. So there's some cleaning up that the body is always doing naturally. And that requires rest. That requires the body to be in a deep parasympathetic nervous system. The deepest parasympathetic nervous system that we are aware of is the state of sleep, which can also be done consciously via deep trance. Okay, you can actually induce REM sleep states, but on a conscious level. But the way we know of it, the most accessible way to all living beings, is sleep. So that's reason number 1, is why we sleep. Okay, reason number 2 is overexertion. So when you overexert yourself physically, you need more rest, because let's say you go to the gym and you do deadlifts and squats. Let's say you go around 10 a.m. Right around 6 p.m., 7 p.m., your body begins to shut down, and then you just like, man, 10 p.m. hits and you just pass out, completely pass out, right? And then you're just gone. You're gone, and you know, when you wake up, you first of all, you know, on days where you, let's say you do squats and deadlifts, you know, you sleep more. If you usually sleep 7 hours, you're getting 9, 10 hours because your body needs more rest. Because there is such a heavy burden on the body that the body has to shut down and be in a parasympathetic nervous system state, a deep sleep state, a deep rest sleep, for a significantly longer time than usual, because it has to clean up the toxins, which is the lactic acid buildup, and all the other toxins, the byproducts produced to accommodate you doing these intense exercises like squats and deadlifts. I'm talking with weights here, right? I'm not just talking body weight squats. And so cleaning up the toxins and then rebuilding the muscle, making it grow, making it stronger, making it bigger. And so you need more sleep, and then you wake up the next day and you know, like, man, if you did like some heavy deads and legs, like, you know, the next day, like, you're exhausted the whole day, because your body just wants to rest, wants to lay. It's such a heavy burden on the body. There's a lot of work needs to be done. And yours truly here has been in the fitness game. Some of you guys came from the fitness and you remember how like big I was, and I still get some of your comments like, Saeed, man, you were like so huge, blah blah, which a lot of it was inflammation, really. Anyway, but yeah, I know how it is. I was in that game for almost 10 years, and the next day after some really intense heavy work, you just want, your body doesn't want to do anything, you just want to lay around. Big things to do for the body. Now over time the body adapts, so you will maybe need a little bit less sleep. You will feel more energized than usual, but still probably wanting rest. But you know that if you're in the gym, you're always looking to improve, and if you're doing something intense. So although the body adapts, like, it didn't matter. I always wanted to squat more. I always wanted to bench more. In my heydays, I was benching 2 plates and 25 pounds. Not for what, for reps actually. you know. So I'm always looking to improve. So you're always gonna push it intensely, and you're always, as a result, going to need more rest, more sleep, and more rest the next day. And you feel that sense of fatigue and tension, blah 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 blah, etc., etc., etc. So overexertion. Overexertion. The human body is made for mostly low intensity activities and movement. So things like dancing and yoga and walking and basic calisthenics, they don't really require, in fact, they energize the body more. They energize the body more. So I'm not saying stop exercising or anything. In fact, you do what I want. I don't care. You know, I'm just showing you the laws of cause and effect. I'm showing you why you need to sleep so much, and why maybe you don't need to sleep so much. And so things like dancing and yoga and basic calisthenics, they actually energize the body. So the human body is built for movement, for walking is primary function. So overexertion causes needs more rest, more sleep. Number 3, food. food, food is a big one. Food is a huge one, huge one. 25% of your energy, all the energy available in your system, goes towards digestion. Okay, I had the privilege of eating a really big meal 2 days ago. I ate pretty much throughout the day, and I ate a lot. I was having one of those days, and like, felt like a plane crash. Okay, a plane crash. 10 p.m. hits, and I was like, it was like a plane crash, man. Plane crash. Passed out from overeating, from just eating so much. And I slept for like 9-10 hours, and I woke up and I was still tired, man. It took me 3 hours just to shake it up. All that energy that needs to go into digesting food and detoxifying the toxins and getting rid of the fiber and making the waste matter and blah 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 blah. Wow, a lot of energy. So we need more sleep to be able to digest and eliminate the foods. Now, certain foods will require more energy to be processed and digested and eliminated than others. But all foods take significant energy. Yes, even fruits, they all take significant energy to process, digest, convert into energy, and eliminate. So food is a big one. And number 4, actually I see a number 5 as well. So let me talk about number 4 here, and then we'll talk about number 5. So we'll say 5. Number 4 is environmental toxins, because anytime you're subjected with toxicity, that foreign objects to your body, you get an immune response, and the body wants to rest for a little bit and be able to get rid of the toxins. So environmental toxins, things you breathe in the air. Like I was in Kathmandu, Nepal, and the air is so unbelievably polluted that I'm always thirsty because my body wants water, because it's always, and I'm always like, I just want to chill because the body wants to continuously rid itself of the toxins. So environmental toxins, right? Toxins. Environmental toxins require more rest, more sleep, to be able to rid of your, because the body, as soon as you insert toxins, your body's main priority is, let's get rid of them. It doesn't care that you have a presentation. It doesn't care that you have to go for a meeting. If you introduce toxins, the body wants to rest and wants to deal with the toxins. And if you subject your body to an energy intensive process like digesting food, again, you eat a meal, a big meal, and then, right? The body's main priority always is cleaning itself. So reason number 5 is having constant thoughts. Having constant thoughts also burns you out and makes you fatigued. So if you're thinking, there's a lot of energy. So if let's say you spend the whole day studying, you have an exam tomorrow, it's tiring, of course. So much mental energy is going towards it. Yesterday I made 3 videos in a row, and the last video, which was the one titled Fuck Society, which is maybe the best video that I made. And I made a lot. I made over 1,000 videos here, but it may very well be the best video that I made. So go watch it if you haven't watched it. It's called "Fuck Society," and it should have been uploaded yesterday or the day before. And I put so much mental energy into the video, and you could see it in the video, that after the video I had to just lay down for a bit. I was like, wow, that was a lot of energy. So the body wanted some rest, a lot of mental energy. So if there's a lot of mental energy exerted or a lot of thinking, and of course the thoughts of negative nature will drain you, but even thoughts of positive nature and a lot of mental energy can also overstimulate you, and it can uplift you, but it can also overstimulate you. So you need a little rest there. So thinking overall requires energy, and the brain uses 20 to 25% of the energy as well, right? So then you require some rest, some deep rest where you're not thinking, there's no conscious activity going on. So all of that, the equation then leads to sleep. And so most of us need anywhere between 8 and 10 hours of sleep, depending on our like a gym bro. When I was a gym bro in my days, I always needed 10 hours of sleep. Always. Depending on your lifestyle activities, it seems that most humans alive in the modern world need anywhere between 8 and 10. And the tragedy is they're waking up feeling still tired and fatigued and exhausted and low on energy and low on vitality. That's the tragedy of it. It's not like, oh, they're sleeping 8 and 10 and they're okay. They're high energy. They're high vitality. That's the tragedy. The tragedy is they're still actually needing more rest on top of it. And so they need sleep, but they also need just to lay around and rest. Tragic. So it turns out, my friends, that you could actually legitimately reduce your sleep by half of that amount. The reason why science and studies tell us that we need 8 to 10 hours of sleep or whatever is because your average human being is sickly, like sick to the bone on every level, mentally flooded with overthinking and anxiety and negative thoughts and constant wandering of the mind, and physically overconsumption of foods, consumption of the wrong foods, and then exercising. Man, you gotta exercise, man. You gotta build these big muscles, man. So overexertion, which you realize if you just live a natural life in harmony, you realize that you move, and your movement is you dance, you move, etc., etc., and then you realize that's, wow, I feel great, and but yeah, overexertion and environmental toxins. Unfortunately, we're all subjected to that. But of course, you try and live somewhere nice with clean air and clean environment, and you have you're subjected to less toxins. And yeah, and so, and then the basic maintenance, right? The basic maintenance. So you could reduce your sleep by meditating, because meditation calms down the mind, so there's less thoughts, less wandering, less mental stimulation, therefore less energy goes to the brain to do everything. And when you're in a flow state, you do things effortlessly because there's not much energy being exerted. And it's funny because you do them the best in that state. Really funny paradox. So meditation will reduce the mental chatter, which will reduce sleep and improve the quality of it. Okay, so that's one thing you can do. The other thing is, again, food. So begin to get into fasting of any kind, whether it's juice fasting or this, or eat a lighter food, lighter density, lighter foods overall. The less frequent, the more energy you will have, the cleaner your body will be, etc. And then, so the food thing, so food, meditation, so fasting, meditation, and that'll reduce sleep, and that'll improve its quality. And when you wake up, you'll wake up with instant energy. Okay, that's a good feedback to you on how you're doing. Are you waking up with instant energy, or are you waking up, man, that's a good feedback mechanism. So meditation and fasting, and then man, it's not I don't really, you go do what you want. It's free will in the universe, right? But I'm just gonna tell you this. I was in the bodybuilding business had a successful fitness channel of 100,000 people, which I deleted now. You can't even see it anymore. And I was like, man, big pecs and oof, big arms like this, and a super badass in the gym, right? Human flags, handstands, hitting the bag like I'm Rocky or something with those kicks and everything also. And really, but man, I was like tired all the time. I was always like needing more sleep. I was always waking up wondering why I'm so tired. I wasn't aware at the time. What I was doing was just too hard on the body, period. No matter how much my body adapted, it was still too hard on the body. So simplifying your exercise routine into movements, all types of movements, and calisthenics. That'll also you will see the difference. You will see that the body's needing less rest, less sleep. I feel more energy, right? Because the process of like eliminating the waste products of overexertion of the body, like what was it? I think LeBron said that he sleeps up to 12 hours a day sometimes, not every day, but sometimes. Like he said, especially playoffs, he sleeps up to 12 hours. Of course, makes sense. But you're a professional athlete, so all they do is they sleep and rest, and they wake up and they practice. That's literally their life. Okay, but I mean, yeah. Do you really want like it? It really is an energy intensive process. So then you simplify. I'm just saying, if you want to reduce the amount of sleep and increase the amount of energy, you simplify your exercise routines. And so meditation, fasting, simpler, low intensity or moderate intensity exercise, because exercise does bring energy to the body. Movement, walking, dancing, incredible ways of bringing energy into the system. And what else? And the maintenance, you can't run away from it, so you do need some sleep to keep the maintenance going, some deep sleep. And pretty much, yeah, if you do these things, you will require less sleep. Now, a breatharian, who's somebody who's no longer needing to eat or drink, in some cases, right? Most breatharians right now alive, they just drink, but they don't eat. And usually they all report needing no more than 4 hours of sleep. Okay, so if you get on the breatharian path and you eventually are able to be sustained off prana, yeah, you'll be sleeping like 4 hours. So you could half the amount of sleep, and that's what I'm aiming to do over the next couple of years, is to get in the breatharian state, maintain it, stabilize it consistently. Because the breatharian state is a state of meditation. First of all, you meditate a lot, and so you have a calm mind. That's the breatharian state, is a calm mind as a result of meditation and self-realization of the true nature of self. Because you meditate, you begin to realize it. You're pure light, pure energy. And then it's a state of non-eating, so there's no food there at all. So mental chatter reduced, food, oh, there's none. And most breatharians that I'm aware of, with the exception of two that I know, John DePaz and Jericho Sunfire. But even those two guys, actually, they exercise. They have a really ripped body, actually. They're like ripped. But even their exercise, like John DePaz, for example, he no longer... I'd love to get John DePaz on the podcast. I think I have him on Facebook, and I talk to him sometimes. So I'll see what I could do. He's 50 years old. He's ripped. He's a personal trainer. He eats once a week. He's breatharian, basically. He just eats because he's got a family. He does it for social reasons. And he's ripped. But he no longer lifts weights. He was also a gym bro because he realized these things. But he's also exercising, so... but even, the breatharians that I know, they're really into movement, actually. That I'm aware of, but not heavy, intense shit. Not like even the ones that I know that are like ripped, they're ripped via calisthenics. Okay, so the breatharian state, this is why I'm so big on the breatharian journey and the breatharian path, and I talk often about it here, and because it'll make you feel like God. You'll have all this energy, and you'll require like 4 hours of sleep. And you'll, like, when I say 4 hours, you're waking up 4 hours, you're like, man, so much energy, right? I remember I did a three-day water fast, and the third day I woke up and I had like maybe 5 hours of sleep, and I woke up, I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of energy here. like this. Like my body was getting rid of something and it got rid of it. And I was like, man, that's crazy. And a lot of energy. So it's yeah, your sleep goes down drastically if you're able to do all these things, combine all these things, and you're fulfilling your full potential as a human being. This guideline that we have that we need 8 hours of sleep is absurd. It's based on sick human beings. Let's take a sample of 1,000 human beings here. Let's track their sleeping and see blah blah blah. Oh yeah, on average a human being needs 8 hours of sleep. No, an average human being is sick. So say this, on average, a sick human being needs 8 hours of sleep, 8 to 10 hours of sleep. A human being living in total disharmony with the way, with the Tao. Okay? So that's some nuggets for you guys to something to consider, to plant the seeds in you that you're a much more powerful being than you think you are, and that you require far less of everything than you think you do, whether it's food, whether it's thinking. Some of us are addicted to thinking, whether it's food, whether it's thinking, whether it's sleep, etc., etc., etc. Okay? And get yourself to a good environment. Live somewhere in the country or something, because it's just less toxins. Get yourself out more to nature, and yeah, it's all good, baby. Get some healing from the sun, some healing from the earth. The earth balances the electrons, balances the energy fields. Same with the sun. Stay hydrated, and baby, you're a powerful being. I'm just saying, that's all. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying, baby. All right? Vegeta approves of this message. You don't see the Saiyans eating often. They eat after. They eat to celebrate. They eat for entertainment. It's like after a tournament is done or something, or a big fight, they'll like have a big giant meal. They're just getting entertained. Saiyans are living off prana. They're cultivated the chi, you know? So that's about it. And thank you to all the Patreons for supporting the community and the mission. We've got 29 of you guys now. That's terrific. And if you would like to join in, $2 a month, very basic. I really appreciate it. It's all for the community. We're thinking about the community house idea and things beyond in 2020 and beyond. So, anything's appreciated. Saeed Mobayed at Instagram if you have video requests or anything you want to talk about. And until next time, may the force be with you.